Cheers, Fuzzy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what told me that PRTA was going to go to 35. I still think it's. Well, let's have a look at where it's at this morning, actually. PRTA. So it's just kind of level from yesterday's close. No, it's not really traded anything. It's nothing happening with Perfina this morning. But when the bell comes in, I'm expecting that will take off again and probably get to 38, maybe 39. Amazon still moving up. These lines are not relevant at the current time frame. Just that song, just that one song, Stone Cold. Just that one song. I'm not seeing a huge amount moving right now. Intel below the VWAP, Amazon below the VWAP, but they are up. NKGN Biotech and NKGN Bio or NKGen Biotech. That's the biggest mover. It's the only thing with any kind of gap at the moment. Because we've got the mega caps like the larger caps like Intel and Amazon have got, you know, good moves overnight with their earnings. The overall market today is up. I told you, if Amazon moves up, the market moves up. If Amazon moves down, the market will move down, and that's why this is a large part of why the market will be gapping up today, because it's moving up with Amazon, and it's a derivative. So the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones, they're all derivatives. So they're accumulation of the individual instruments that make up that derivative. So if a large portion of that derivative is Amazon, and Amazon has a good day, then that derivative will have a good day. That's why the market's up. Morning, Alberto, and good evening from me. Hey, Willy Wonka, you got any more chocolate bars for me? Never everlasting gobstoppers. Morning, dude. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Benz, how you doing? Evening from me, Alistair. Good afternoon to you. Did you get in on PRTA again at all? Did you ride it up to 35 like I did? Hey, Ricky, how you getting on? Hey, Radko. Good morning to you, Virgo. Welcome back. First member in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the Amazon replay in the member section. Morning, Neith. Hey, Tang. Oh, been quite a lot of people on early. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button as you come in. Ring the bell. Yeah, ABVC moved up. It's come back down to the VWAP again now. So if it gets back up above 175, I thought we were going to have a repeat of yesterday, but no, we're not. Although saying that, the APLM keeps moving up. Low stock Apollomics, I don't know, whatever you say. Whatever flavour they're having today. So this is currently up 120%. It's probably the biggest mover on the day currently. and it's still momentum. It just broke new high there. Oh, that's Apollomics or Apollomics, whatever you want to call it yourself, whatever flavour you're having. Cheers, Mark. Nice one, Alistair. I'm glad to see you. You held your nerve like I did. Sometimes that's all it takes. If you've got that belief and you can feel it's going to happen, it's worth holding. Even though you're going heavily unrealized red, just trying to fend off the emotions to cut your losses in that situation, because you know it's going to come back. And it's a difficult one. Where do you draw the line? You know it's going to go higher, but is it going to pull back too far? It's a no fee. It's a no fee. It did take ages, over 3 hours. I mean, I was sat here. I switched my camera off at one stage so I could actually have something to eat. I forgot to switch it on for the Amazon tray, so go figure. So I'm here snacking on takeaway delivery from whoever it was. Snacking on takeaway delivery whilst I'm waiting for the action to move. Yeah. Took absolutely ages, and just patience. It was just consolidating most of the time, but it was a slow grinder, and that's what swing trading would have been. You know, that would have been a decent one to swing off the bounce. PLM is still moving up, low price one, but it's the only thing that's moving right now. Breaking the highs. Everything else pulling back a little bit. I'm a bit sleepy today because after I finished trading Amazon, I went and watched the rest of the football match. I watched the first half, then traded Amazon for the earnings, and then went back and watched the second half. And so it was like at 5:30 this morning, 5:30 in the morning when I finally went to bed. And then I was up again a few hours later, so I'm absolutely shattered at the moment. I'm ready for an early night today, so I might just do that. Yeah, absolutely. Some good goals amongst it as well. How Darwin Núñez managed to miss from that range though, and fantastic assist, but how he managed to hit the woodwork from there, I don't know. It was so clinical when he played against Newcastle, but to miss from there, I mean, the guy's a handful. He reminds me a lot of. Statistics-wise, obviously not striker, but Andy Cole, he's always in the right place to get the chances, but he needs about 4 or 5 chances to actually score. The thing is, though, he gets in the right places to get 4 or 5 chances a game to score. So, yeah. The guy's a handful for any defence. And of course, Mo Salah comes on and grabs one for himself, just to say, "Look, I'm still the king in this neighbourhood." But it was only Toulouse. I can't get carried away. It was only Toulouse. Yeah, well, you'll have fond memories of Andy Cole. He was good when he was at your place, and then he went to United and ruined his legacy. Morning, Thomas. So Apollomics pulling all the way back down to the VWAP. It's below $2, so not really something I'm looking at right now. RBRX, again, the range on this was, it moved up well enough yesterday, but the range just wasn't volatile enough on the ATR for me to trade it. Right now, there's not much volume, and the ATR is only a penny. So again, it's pulling up on the list there, but you can't really trade that reliably. Intel after earnings last night. So those of you that haven't watched the recap, I traded. I was watching Intel. I was watching Enphase. I was actually thinking of trading options on one and then trade, but I just thought, nah, I'll just trade Amazon. I took a trade on Amazon, a couple of trades. I went long to start off with, and it just didn't look good, so I went short because it looked weak. Then came into the close. I closed that out, and then took the long position as the earnings dropped. And let's just have a look at Amazon. I am in Amazon long term, but just for a day trade. Nice to see it. Nice to see it moving up. So let's just go back to where it popped up, and this was Amazon. You had the little pop up, then the liquidity grab, which is always the case. You always get one form of liquidity, whether it's a vast pullback or whether it's a dip or a pop before the actual move. There's always a liquidity grab on earnings. So the little pop-up was the indicator, then the liquidity grab. So I got in as it moved up again for the next time. Took some profits on the way, then took some more as it pulled all the way back. On its way back up, I added to the position again, then got out up at the top. So as it kind of finished it up around 125 and stuff, I got out. Started to look a little bit weak. Never got above the highs, so I did well there. When you're trading earnings, you've got 3 or 4 minutes to make your money, because then the volume dies out. This first candle, first couple of candles, that's where all the volume is, and after that, the volume starts to dwindle. So too does the volatility. That's trading earnings. If you don't make your money on that first couple of candles, you're probably not going to miss the move. Well, Virgo, a reverse split for me is a weak catalyst. I'll have a look at them right now. It's only because we've seen a couple move, but they've usually moved on an additional catalyst, so there's no volume on it either. So I wouldn't, by all means, watch it, but there's no trade there right now. And if anything, it's probably going to sell. Just based on that action there, it looks like a descending wedge into a flat bottom. Descending wedge into a flat bottom is the bearish pattern, so it's kind of finding support at yesterday's close price, equivalent to yesterday's close price. You know, it's adjusted equivalent, but the pops are lower. That just looks to me like a descending wedge. So that probably will break down. I don't want to pour rain on your parade or anything. If it does pop up, good luck to you. I just don't see anyone trading that at the moment. There's like 97,000 shares traded all day, a little over 2,000 trades. So nobody really trading it. So, you know, keep an eye out for something else. I see you did hit the scanners briefly today. But again, range is terrible. So in terms of volatility, we've got a range of less than 2 cents. We've got a penny on the spread and a range of not much more. So ICU, could it explode? It's $1.08. Where's it going to explode to? It is it has gapped up, but where's it exploded to? I mean, it's what was the reason? Why is it up so much? 36% up on the day. Let me just have a quick look. Is there a catalyst for that? No, absolutely, Neith. I agree with that one. I'm not saying it can't run, but the chances are low. Every time there's a reverse split, you know, it depends what else is running. So it's a weak catalyst. If that's the only catalyst it has, it's not the most stunning, attention-grabbing catalyst for sure. Right, okay, so C-Star Medical, and rightly so. This is ICU, C-Star Medical. They've withdrawn equity offering. So they've take it with a pinch of salt until it's confirmed with the SEC, though, because I've seen this happen loads of times. I've seen this happen with other stocks that they say, okay, we've got a shelf registration, we're going to withdraw that, we've decided against it hitting the market with an offering, and all of a sudden, as a result of that press release, the price goes up, and they say, oh, okay, the board says, okay, hang on a minute, I know we were going to withdraw it, but we'd be mad to miss this part. We're up 100% on the share price, we can make a killing, and then hit the market with the offering anyway. And I've seen it happen so many times. So, C-Star Medical Holdings have requested to withdraw the registration statement because it has elected not to pursue the sale of securities pursuant to the registration statement at this time due to prevailing market conditions. Yeah, basically what they're saying is that it was up there at $1.20 a couple of days ago, well, last week or the week before, and it sold off when they put the registration in, the shelf registration. And it's sold off. So they want to get it back up to $1.20 plus so they can hit the market with an offering. So they're not hitting the market with an offering at this time, but it's still there. They're not withdrawing the registration as far as I'm concerned. They're saying that they've requested to it. I can't see it. They'll probably just keep it there and then hit the market with an offering as soon as they get over like $1.30, $1.40, whatever. Take it with a pinch of salt. I've seen it happen too many times. Will it explode? No. No, it's a garbage company like the rest of them that we trade on here. It needs a good catalyst. Could it explode if it's got a catalyst? Yes, but the fact that its catalyst is, okay, we're not going to dilute shareholders' equity. Not really a good catalyst. Just my opinion. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just my opinion. The meanderings of a fat guy on the internet. So if you decide to, you know, not to trade it and it goes to the moon, and you think like you've lost money as a result of me saying that, don't sue me. Morning, Lisa. BTC Therapeutics, down hard. So possible bounce on this one. So look at this on the 15, you'll see what I'm talking about, down hard. So this is a $24 stock, it's down $5. It closed out yesterday at $23.95. It's currently $19.03, so it's actually down $6 because it went down to $18. So current low day is $18. So bit of volume. PTCT, you might get a reversal on this. Just looking at the daily. It had support on the daily at 1975 area. So we're good 75 cents off that gap, but it might bounce. That's the big. That is the big dropped overnight. Let's have a quick look at the reasons for the sell-off. Hey Robin, Zia. It wasn't a stressful trade, Zia. It was quite the opposite. It was boring. In fact. So PTC Therapeutics trading lower after the company reported worse than expected Q3 financial results. That's a big drop for earnings. You know, that's a 25% drop. $24 to $18 on earnings. Big move. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying there, it wasn't that volatile. So it was moving up, and occasionally it was frustrating. Not so much stressful as frustrating sometimes, but it had the pullbacks, and rather than just getting out for a loss, I would hold through the pullbacks and work the way. Once it broke a new high, added to the position. Then it went into consolidation mode. And I'm like, no, this is going to 35. And it went to 35. I mean, I've got it all in the Discord. It's going to 35. It's going to 35. So. A nice recap. The replay wasn't so nice though. I mean, it was like 3 hours long, so I had to speed it up like 1500% just to fit it in. So it wasn't going to be a 3 hour long recap. No, so let's see what else is moving. Alec just hit low volume. Let's have a look. It popped up, popped straight back down again. That's not nice. That Polomex is still moving up. Continues to break highs. It's trading in this range here between the VWAP and new highs. So yeah, narrowing triangle-ish to the upside. Almost parallel, but it's almost a parallel channel. We'll see. See what happens. You caught APLM as well all day. Nice. It's down. It's not doing anything at the minute, so it's just at the VWAP right now. VWAP 160, and that's where it's at. So it's just moving sideways right now. S&P 500's having a bit of a pop. It's bullish. A bullish day today. Hell knows we need one. So let's go back to the S&P 500. Yeah, just give me a second on Apple-omics. I'll pull up the news catalyst for you, Brandon. But S&P 500, let's look at it on the daily. So you can see this channel that I drew back in March, I think it was, up there. It was finally, we broke back into there and then we broke down. So we've now got some bearish action. I've drawn to kind of support at a couple of areas as well. But if we get below 404, that's going to be bad news. So nice bounce back up towards 420 would be good. And get back into this upwards channel, this bullish channel. As long as it was in this channel, it was bullish. But outside of it now, we're getting that correction or pullback below 404, and I'm distinctly bearish. So Apple-omics. Apple-omics, I think, is a continuation, isn't it? They did file a new prospectus yesterday on Apple-omics. Apple-omics announced reports of activity of vebralizumab in glioblastoma multiforme. With basically they've announced activity in one of their products. It's a continuation from yesterday with Apple-omics. That's why. Okay, so it's not a new catalyst from today. It's just news from yesterday. Recent study results. Study results cover the efficacy response of a patient treated with vebralizumab for GBM with PT-PRZ-MET fusion. These results showed strong partial response following 8 weeks of treatment. There you go. So that's Apple-omics for you. What I want to have a quick look at is the SEC forms. Can't see a shelf, but there is a prospectus there filed yesterday. Primary offering of 11 million Class A shares and a secondary offering of 88 million Class A shares with 600,000 warrants. And it's a supplement to the prospectus dated on September 29th. Just be careful with that. Hey, Dennis. Let's go back to today. So you want me to take a look at CRSP for you? CRSP. CRISPR Therapeutics. Yeah, it's not in my scanners yet because it's not had it. There's not very low volume at the moment. Very low volume. 61,000 shares traded. If the volume picks up, it'll hit my scanners. But based on this at the moment, that initial move up was on 7,000 shares of volume, 8,000 shares of volume in total. In this 2 minutes. So you want to be getting that per minute, not over the course of 2 or 3 minutes. So there's no volume at the moment. Lacking a bit of volume. It gets more volume. It starts to get 15,000-20,000 shares a minute. Yeah, maybe, but right now. It does, that's a big range, but yeah, it needs more volume. Yeah, ABVC is I don't know, breaking down. It's consolidating on the VWAP. So it had that pop there at 8 o'clock on the move up to $1.85. I thought we were going to be going again. What else have we got here? ETCT, Tasha, Apollomics, yeah. Apollo Mike's is probably the only thing. Apollomics. No, because it's not as good, quite frankly. The mirror, it's not as good as Benzinga. I get so much more from Benzinga. I can quickly click on. What I can't do in DAS is all I'm getting is movement scans in DAS. With Benzinga, I can click on the ticker quickly and find out why it's moving. I can compare it with. I can find out if there's a catalyst. I can check the relative volume on it. Not just the current volume, but what volume it's will do over the last 3 months. So I can check the relative volume on it. I can look at the structure straight away. There's so much more I can get from Benzinga than the scanners in DAS. DAS are very basic scanners, so you get what you pay for. Yeah, we've already been just talking about Apollomics. There's news on it yesterday, Lisa. Apollomics or Apollomics continuing to break highs. I think that's Viper, but have a look. Vivo Power just popped up. That's a 30% move in the space of 3 minutes. I want to see what the catalyst is. If it gets back over $3, we might be interested. So Vivo Power announces plans to spin off the majority of Carrot business unit portfolio. It was intended that shareholders receive a special dividend in the form of stock in the spin-off entity. There you go. It's 800,000 float, 12% shorted. It normally trades about 20,000 shares a day on average over the last 3 months. It's done more than 10 times that, so 13 times that already. So relative volume, you say the volume's weak. It's 5 candles. All that volume's come in 5 candles. Why? I don't know why you would say the volume's weak. It's 13x relative volume. If it can sustain that level of volume, that won't be weak volume. Barry Boom, how well is gold doing at the moment? You're just doing yourself a timeout. We don't trade commodities on this channel. 1 million volume, what, per minute? 1 million volume per minute? You want to be trading the mega caps for that one. No, the thing is though, you can get 1 million volume on this. It's already up to 370,000 in 6 minutes. So you transpose that across. By the time the open comes, at this level right now, the average volume is what, about 40,000 a minute. So by the time the market opens in 25 minutes, you'll have 1 million. It's all relative, you know. You take a subset of the time period from the pop up. I mean, it's below the VWAP. It's pulling back from the highs, so you really want to see that and get a continuation. Maybe a pullback and a bounce on the VWAP, or a pullback and a bounce on the $0.50, something like that. But right now, I mean, I wouldn't say the volume's weak. What I'd say is the pattern's weak. It's pulling back and coming all the way back down. It's now less than 20% up on the day and falling. So yeah, keep an eye on it if it continues to move up. There's not a lot else to be looking at, to be fair. Hey Ahmed, the market's it's up today. The market's up today. It's 0.5% up at the moment on the S&P 500. The NASDAQ 100 is up almost a full percent, 0.95. The Dow Jones is up slightly, just over 0.1%, and the Russell index is up 0.25%. So it depends on which market, which index you're looking at, Ahmed. But they're all up today. They're all green at the moment today, pulling back as it stands, but they're all green at the moment. They're above the VWAP on the S&P 500, and likewise on the NASDAQ 100. Yeah, let's get that like count up, guys. Let's get that like count up. Don't forget to press the thumbs up. Let's get to, we've got less than, a little over 20 minutes. A little over 20 minutes. Ford making a move up. Ford popping. Ford had earnings. Now popping up. Not great earnings, to be fair, with Ford. After hours yesterday. Was it pre-market yesterday? I think it was pre-market, but then it sold off after hours. So big thumbs down for Ford. That doesn't mean you give me a thumbs down. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get to at least 50 likes before the bell. The bell is in a little over 22 minutes. A little under 22 minutes. What do I think about Air? It's garbage stock. Recent IPO, absolute garbage. Real for Tech Corp, absolute garbage. IPO'd last week and had a massive day. So let's put this on the hourly chart. You'll be able to see. So it IPO'd and on very small volume. I mean, we're talking 32,000 shares. Took it from like $40 up to almost $600, so 575. So, and then it came back just as quick on even less volume. Since then, it's been less and less every single day, and selling off every single day. It's a garbage company. There's nobody trading it. There's 3,000 shares. If you got in it and if you trying to swing trade this stock, this garbage company, I'm sorry, you deserve to lose your account. If you holding bags because it went up to 100, 150, 200, 300, thinking it's going to get back up there on very low volume, I'm sorry, you deserve to blow up your account. That's just ridiculous. So no offense, I'm not trying to throw shade. But this is not one for you. If you wanted to trade that, it's a complete gamble, like I did with whatever it was the day before yesterday. Complete gamble, low volume, wide spreads, high volatility. It's a gamble play, and it's okay. If you're feeling lucky, go for the gamble play, but be prepared to lose everything. So don't put into it what you can't afford to lose. That's what I'd say on that one. Exactly, don't hold garbage. Yeah, get him. I got burned on ABVC yesterday, and that was my fault as well. I got over goal with it. and didn't lock it down. Got greedy and went in for more, and ended up losing 7K on it. Yeah, I've managed to get some of it back today, but at least I finished a green and over goal yesterday. Yeah, and that's not a strategy getting trading on hopium. Not a strategy. We've all done it. I've done it. But yeah, it's do as I say, not as I do, kids. Yeah, it's breaking, every VC breaking down now, so it's below 150 again. My feet are itching like buggery and so blotchy after yesterday's running with the fire ants. Yeah, as long as it's below the VWAP, I'm not interested. Apollomics is the one that's sustaining, if anything. So let's go back to Apollomics. So this is and sustaining well. Continuation up here. So this is Apollomics, continuation from yesterday's catalyst. Had a good day. Actually, didn't have a great day yesterday. She actually sold off yesterday. In fact, look at this on the daily. This is the best day it's had in a long time. So just be careful with that. Don't get fire ants in Dublin, absolutely not. Shut up, Alistair. I'm not trading Apollomics. I'm not trading it. It needs to get over $2 for me to trade it. I made it. Look, rules are meant to be broken occasionally. They're good guidelines to stick to. I don't trade under $2. Occasionally, if a stock looks like it's going to got the momentum to break $2, it's under $2 and looks like it's got the momentum, the catalyst, and everything else to break $2, then yeah, I might take an early plunge. But like yesterday, and it paid off yesterday because it went up to like $4, and I rode it all the way up, as you saw, and then gave it all back as it pulled all the way back. I'm always tempted. You're always going to be tempted, Alistair. You know yourself. You're always going to be tempted. That's the whole thing with FOMO. You know, it's temptation, and to be disciplined enough to hey Vegas, how you doing, buddy? We're disciplined enough to just hold whilst it's moving up. You get to like 150% up on the day, 200% up on the day, and you're missing all this move because it doesn't meet your criteria for a trade based on your strategy. It can be frustrating, and then if it finally breaks $2 and it starts to pull back, do you know what? a lot of stocks move up to $2 and fade, move up $3 and fade, and you end up kicking yourself for not sticking to your own strategy. With the daily chart here, do you expect it, because it's selling off hard? The question is has it bottomed out here down at 55 cents? Are we getting a bounce? And if that's the case, it might not sell off at the open. You might get a nice little, people getting in on the momentum of this stock that's moving up. It's extremely oversold on the daily, yeah, you don't. These bottom bounces, you can get nice moves. There's a gap, there's a window on the daily to 174, 175. So there's a window to the $0.75 level before you find any you've got that long candle from the 23rd. So what would that be? Monday? Was Monday the 23rd? When it sold off, yeah. So 23rd was Monday when it sold off heavily. It sold off from $1.90 when it opened to 99 cents when it closed. So it's almost a 50% sell-off on Monday. So you've got that long candle, that window on that. What am I talking through? So this candle here, you've got a whole dollar candle there, but you've got this window here to kind of $1.70, $1.75, $0.75 area. So we've got another 40 cents that could move up before then really meeting some stiff resistance. Yeah, it's coiling under 137. High of day is 137. It's hit it twice. It's coiling under that area. But we're getting high. See, this is a ascending wedge type setup because we're getting higher lows. It's not like we're just moving sideways. We are getting higher lows, so it's coiling under this area, under the current high of day, 136, 137. If it then breaks structure and comes down towards this level here, does it totally break out of structure where the VWAP is? Or that's why I drew these two lines. This one for the top line, and then this one for the support. We do have structure coming up here as well. So let's keep an eye on it. We've got 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes before the market opens. It could go up. You could get $2 out of this after the bell. I'm not trading it. Don't fancy it. I'm just going to wait for the right move. Yeah, Robert, you know exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Is that you need to have your people that joined the Day Trade with Tony, the Day Trade with Tony education platform. I'm happy to do mentoring, but I'm not going to force you to follow my strategies simply because I'm a lot more aggressive and have a lot more tolerance for risk than most people that are trading. So I will teach you the basics of it, but I will give you my strategies to adapt. You need to develop your own strategy that you're comfortable with. And if that means that you're looking for something that's a higher flow, or something that's a higher price, or whatever it is that you're comfortable with. Why are you saying... Robin, why are you saying that you want a higher float on it's only a 5 million float. 5.6 it's tiny float. It is thickly traded, but that's because it's a penny stock. when you're down at under $2, you always get a thick level 2. Because people on small accounts, retail traders on smaller accounts can afford to buy it, you know, in the thousands. If you're buying it like $4 or $5, then people are a little bit more cautious with their opening position. They'll buy in the hundreds as opposed to in the thousands. When it's down at like 50 cents, $1.50, people buy in the thousands because they've got a $2,000-3,000 account. Well, you say it's a lot of selling. There's a lot of buyers and sellers. I mean, I'm looking at the the time and sales, and right now it seems the momentum swung to the downside. But there's an even say that as a big thick block of green comes through on the time and sales. It's fairly thickly traded both ways. I've got a 5.6 million float there at Robin. There's 89 million shares outstanding, but it's 5.5 million float. The free float is 5.5 million. I'm not sure where for Apollomics or Apollo Mics or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure where the 23 million is coming from. Gold pulled back to the VWAP. NKGN's been consolidating, finding support around the $0.5 for 450. Have a quick look at this one. So this it did move up, popped up overnight, and sold off hard. So it went up to a high of 869 first thing. So that was when the pre-market opened. Non-great volume actually. And then sold off since. So it's retraced pretty much all its gains. Not ideal if you're looking for a gap and go candidate. Not seeing any gap and go candidates at the moment. I've got 2 stocks at the moment that are up over 10% and above $2, which is my gap and go criteria. One of them is Vivo Power and the other one is NKGN Biotics. Come on, guys, we've got 5 minutes to the bell, and I need 9 of the 30 odd people that are watching and haven't hit that thumbs up button to pull your finger out your ass and stick it on that thumbs up. Okay, so hit that thumbs up button, guys. I need 9 people out of 30 odd that are watching that haven't done it. Cheers, Lioness. Like I said, I'm not casting shade on anyone that has those freeloaders that can't be bothered. look, I'm not asking you for super chats. Super chats are welcome, by the way. You can throw super chats at me anytime, and I'll read your chat out loud, no problem. I can give you a little bit of spotlight, but not asking for them. I don't expect a super chat or any kind of gratuity from you. All I ask is that you hit that thumbs up button and give me some interaction. That's all I'm asking. So cheers for those 9 that just did it. Well, I'm going to sit on the sidelines if there's nothing. If there's nothing worth trading, you don't trade. It really is that simple. There's no point jumping in on something that isn't doing anything. I'm not seeing anything worth trading right now. Let's put and KGN's actually pulling back from the $0.50. So yeah, that doesn't look like that's going to go anywhere. Yeah, we'll just wait. So this, I was waiting yesterday over 3 hours to get to target on a trade yesterday. So I sat there watching it just up and down, up and down, up and down until it eventually got to where I wanted to go. Took some profit, put my stop in place, and got stopped out. So, and I was happy with that because it didn't go any higher. But waiting is a big part of day trading, and if there's nothing to, so Lisa messaged me earlier asking why I don't stream earlier. It'd be easier for me to stream where I'm based here. I'm 12 hours ahead of the market, so it'd be easier for me to stream earlier for an extra hour, let's say from 7:30 till 10:30 or whatever. Of course it would, but I used to do that. I used to stream from 7:30. I used to do 2 hours before the market opens, and then the pre-market just got so tepid. It was just me waffling about football and, you know, ranting about whatever it is that's annoyed me on the previous day or whatever, you know, took my fancy. And I just thought, you know what, I'd rather just concentrate on some action when it arrives. An hour of pre-market is more than enough at the moment. We've not got exactly high volatility pre-market sessions at the moment. So an hour pre-market and then an hour or two after the bell, depending on the action. At the moment, it's a Friday. There's not a lot of volatility at all. So let's see what the bell rings. We've got 20 seconds. I'm going to change the scanners over. If we do start to see some more volatile pre-market sessions, I'll start extending the pre-market live. No problem. So Intel, good earnings yesterday. Oh, well, very good earnings yesterday. $3 move to the upside. Come on, Intel, do us a favour. 35.50 is what we're looking for. Not far off. There it is. Cheers, cast. Sure you're amongst them. NKGN also moving up. Halt level at 524 now. I couldn't put this on because it was on the small screens as you saw, but I was trading Intel. Managed to get 1500 out of Intel, so that's a couple of nice early trades. Just pulling back from $5. I'll go back to Intel while it's still looking strong. Using a trailing stop here. On Intel. Got 20-cent trailing stop, so I need it over 36 to make any decent money out of this particular entry. But shouldn't lose much if it pulls all the way back. Shouldn't get much slippage. The spread, it's a liquid stock. The spreads are fairly reasonably tight. So even if it pulls all the way back, gets rejected at 36, I shouldn't lose too much off the 2K that I've already made, if anything. Yeah, so I made a little bit extra. Don't mind the pullback. Don't mind the pullback on NKGN either. I think Intel's probably a little bit more reliable. Yeah, the NKGN. I mean, that's the difference between dealing with a mid cap and a small cap. The percentage swings. Mid and high caps tend to be a little bit more reliable, but you're always going to have a larger range anyway, just because of the price point. So what else? CFFN. Oh, that might bounce. I mean, that's just horrible. I don't want anything to do with that. Let's see, do we get a move back up for NKGN Biotech? IBRX, let's have a look at IBRX. So this is the off in IBRX is the next biggest mover to the upside right now. So Immunity Bio. This finished out yesterday, 205. Had a good day yesterday. It took 2 attempts. Had a good day out there on Tuesday, I think it was as well, where it went from like $1.30 something up to 220. Sold off on Wednesday. Had a good day yesterday. Breaking highs today. The last time it was this level was back in July. Just looking at the daily. 240, 244 I've got as a key level. 250, 244, 250 key level. So just bear that in mind on the daily. Newell's brand. So this halted at 937 a minute ago, and looking at pretty level resumption. So no gap up there. It looks like a level resumption. There's IBRX, on the other hand, breaking highs. Looking at higher time frames, and not that well, that looks nice and pretty with the stripes there on the 1 minute. On the 2 minute, we've got devil horns, so kind of a little bit big up wick on the 5. Nerds. Are we nerds, guys? Yeah, not with that kind of volume. Horrible volume. So the 42. Oh, we're halfway there, guys. A little over halfway there in terms of the revenue. Just by being patient, wait for the setup. You don't have to trade just because it's moving. Just remember that. What happened to APLM, Apollomics? That halted, didn't it? Is that up or down? Oh, hold it to the downside. New high on IBRX. Oh my goodness. Intel is going mental. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'm going to see this back over 36 if I'm going to get in it. $36. 50 cent pop after 36 was that. IBRX coming back a little bit. Honestly, over 250, I might be interested in IBRX. Stands right now. Intel's probably the most interesting to me. BTAI moving up as well. Meta breaking high. Facebook Meta breaking highs. Not the fill I wanted, but get the breaker and a fill of this 5-minute wick. Be a happy bunny. I have this candle 17, 36, 17. It needs to hold 36. $0.10 stop on this. It's not breaking out as I thought it would, so you probably get stopped out on this. But look, it's profitable, and I'll finish up over 4K, so we're 2/3 of the way there. at least. Yeah, so we're over 4K. Base hits, Tony, base hits. What's great about something like Intel as well, if it does decide to go the opposite direction, it's easy to borrow and short as well. Let's get over the $0.50. No worries, Laurenus. Glad to see you profitable there, buddy. Well done. Gotta love it. Love to see it. Oof, I don't like that wick. Went on there. All the way down to 35.63. Oh, you're having a laugh. You're having a giraffe. Yeah, it's probably a misprint. I hate when they do that though, because it just throws your confidence in the move out. I've not even looked at the SPY. It's about to go negative on the day, so the S&P 500 is down at under 413 now. So that's not great. That will drag the likes of Intel and Amazon and everything else with it. Although Amazon's moving upwards. Nvidia moving upwards too, almost a percentage point up. So Nvidia moving up, then Intel should move up. I don't know. Don't know what the wick is. Some algorithmic nonsense. Because the price action didn't go down that far, that's for sure. I didn't see the price action on it. Between the bid and the ask, or the level 2, it didn't go down that far. So some idiot getting filled at some ridiculous price, hitting the... No worries, Cal. Have a good one. Enjoy the weekend, buddy. Low there, 35.85. Yeah, no worries, Cal. Have a good weekend, bud. No, well, good stuff, Dennis. Love to see it. Love to see it. Good stuff, mate. No worries, Vegas. Good luck. Have a good weekend, buddy. Both sides. And look, this is the thing you can do with the likes of Intel. RBRX broke out now over 250. That's where I'm interested in it. Might see a bounce. I'm watching for the move back up, back over $36 to the upside on Intel or below the VWAP, and we can go either long or short on that. Game stonk, yeah, okay. Range on this 6 cents, still not something that's really exploding. Still think Intel's probably the better option at the moment. What's that about transvestite? PSVT. 270 bio. Not PTAI. Yeah. Range ain't great. Volatility ain't great on this one. Let's go back to Intel. Over 36, I'll go long. Anyone see anything else moving? No, not really, Farid. Spiders, I mean, I've seen the Huntsman and stuff. They're the big things. No, the critters don't bother me. I've got a cat, so she eats most of those. Big moth the other day, the size of a bat, but I think if there's, I've not seen many snakes, but I've not been in the long grass. But it's the snakes got to worry about, with the dog as well. This is a descending wedge into a flat bottom. Typically would break downwards. Let's have a quick look at Amazon. How's it getting on today? Yeah, I think it might have peaked out. Similar pattern to Intel. Very similar pattern to Intel. So I've now got a nice little range for it to break out of. The last 5-minute candle is my range. Over 36 or below the VWAP. Oh, why'd you not throw the wick up there? Why'd you not throw the bloody price up there? Come on, that's just ridiculous. A wick up to 36.70, 36.71 on that wick. The price never even went up there. That's cheating. How are we supposed to trade it up at that price if you're not going to put the price action? If the ask never goes up there, the bid never goes up there. That's some heavy manipulation, that. Any green is good green. Absolutely, Dennis. Absolutely. I'll be all right. It's up at 270s. I missed the majority of that move. Why? It's usually when some kind of algorithmic trade's going on there that they're either reported late. I don't know. It shouldn't do that. The price action should get up there. Basically, somebody's getting filled right up at the top. Somebody's selling right up at the top, and someone's buying it. It's a zero-sum market, so you should see the price action go up there, but it didn't. That green. Got stop there for pretty much break even. Over 325, I'll add again. And there's, you look at that, it's thrown the wick down this time. That's some weird, isn't it? That is some weird shit, isn't it? That is. Those wicks are just freaking me out. I don't know what's going on with that. S&P 500 moving back up again. Apple breaking highs. The S&P 500 having a decent day. Excuse me, a decent day today. The NASDAQ in particular, all the way up here, breaking the highs right outside of that pre-market range now. Up over a whole percentage point, 1.1% up is the NASDAQ, as is Nvidia. Well done. Nvidia is no longer a $1 trillion company as of yesterday, by the way. It dropped below that $1 trillion mark, needs to get back over that. Just for my own Bank manager's sanity. No, this is significant pullback on IBRX. Unity Bio. There's opportunities today. Just don't get married to a stock. That's the thing. No IPOs today. There was 3 slated for today, but they've all been pushed to next week. So no IPOs today. I've seen possible bounce on the VWAP there, so I'll just scalp my my change there. I'll just take the short scalp. That broke new lows. I thought I'll short that to the VWAP. If it breaks the VWAP, I'll go back in, but I have a feeling that we'll bounce on the VWAP here. Green across the board, I'll keep that. I just don't think this is going to do much else. So what are we going to bounce on the $0.50 there on IBRX? Anybody need glasses? Spectre Holdings. Isn't that James Bond's enemy? Spectre? Spelt differently. Like the drink, but not spelt the same. Spectre Holdings. Not great volume, but it was moving up. Let's have a look at Leanne. I think scalping's the way to go today, guys. Get in, get your 10 cents, get out. Look for another 10 cents. You've got a 10 cents cushion, get out. What else are you seeing, Dennis? BTAI, I'll have a look at that. I'll come back to Leanne in a moment. Wow, yeah, that's nice. I like the 5 minute. BioCell Therapeutics, BTAI. Breaking high, we've got 335. Bit choppy up here. I mean, this, right, a good entry would have been here. And 318, 315, and something like that, but bit choppy. Not really seeing a nice setup there. Intel is moving back up. With the market. And a bit choppy sideways now. No worries, Robin. You can't win them all. It's not Pokemon, you can't catch them all. You're talking to me there, Neith? Did I hold the double bottom? Where at? On Intel. No, I didn't hold it. I shorted the top here, shorted that down to the VWAP, and then as it bounced, I got in at the top. So Oh, 1036 rich. Coming on, trying to pump something. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, zero volume, load of crap. So FRBN, hot. What's hot about it? It's certainly not the volume. I'll show that here for everybody else, make you look foolish. It's halted to the upside on 800 shares, less than 800 shares. So it's like 500 shares on volume. It's halted to the upside. If you're trading this, then you're an idiot. But for being you're an acquisition company, it's a SPAC, another SPAC. It might go up to $50, but it might go down to zero. So if you're trading this on zero volume, good luck to you. It's all gambling. You're not actually making, there's no strategy involved in that. Just because there's volatility on it. The spreads are probably about $5 a piece between the bid and the ask. So yeah, good luck with that one. 1036 rich. I doubt you'll get rich trading free burn. FRBN. But you do you, boo boo. You do you, boo boo. Oh. Quick scalp. How are you going to scalp it quickly? You can't scalp things like that quick. So that's the whole point that I'm making. You're going to have like a $4 spread. So you get in it, and it's got to move, what, $5 before you're even in profit, because you're going to have a $4 spread. It's probably going to pull back first. So yeah, you can't play that one. And now there's got to be no liquidity. There's 500 shares. How many shares do you plan on taking? So what's the point? Go and put 500 bucks on black on the roulette. You'll double your money that way. Same thing. Quick scalp on something that's like a $3 and $4 spread, and no, it's literally no liquidity in it. So first and foremost, you're going to get very poor fills. A lot of slippage on your fill if you get filled at all. And then when you want to get out, you're not going to be able to get out for a profit, because if you put a limit order in there, you're not going to get filled. And if you put a market order in there, you're going to get such high slippage because of lack of liquidity and zero volume that you're going to go down the levels on the level 2 and end up actually losing money. So no thanks. All right, go big or go home, Tony. Get me over $36. Let's have a green trade here. 36.10 would be nice. It would be lovely. And the rest. Big sellers at 36.05 where I need it to go. Try again. Look for 5 cents on this. $150 for 5 cents on this. 36.09. Come on. Break a new high here. 36.10. Still been at 36. Come on, Intel. You know you wanna. $608.5 on that last 5-minute candle though. Playing with me. I need to get my hair cut. Getting itchy with the heat. Well, it's been a pretty tepid Friday. Five-minute narrowing wedge here. Narrowing triangle, sorry. Coming to the apex now. Anybody got a replacement spine I can borrow? I need to update my chair here. It's supposed to be good for your back, not having a back on your chair. Like one of those bouncy ball things. More correct posture and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you could be right. FRBN, when it resumed, it went straight into another halt. But high risk. I mean, those plays are, it is pure gambling. But when you saw me do it the other day, it's pure gambling. It's high risk, but when it pays off, it's high reward. It can be fun when they go your way, provided you don't put your entire account on the line with it. And that's always a worry. YOLO players, they say, you only live once. Well, you only trade once if that's your idea of trading. So yeah, maybe put 100 shares in or something like that and play it like a game, like at the casino. You know, let it ride. But other than that, it's not worth it. If you hear someone snoring, I promise it's not me. Why would I put it on a shirt? I've got a whole Etsy store full of shirts and slogans there that none of you are buying. So I'm not going to be I'm not going to be designing more. It costs me. The more I list, the more it costs me. So no. The answer is no. No, I've not got a stop loss. I've got a mental stop loss. It's on the chart there. I'd like to break through where I'm getting out. I drew that. It's a narrowing pennant, narrowing triangle, whatever you want to call it. And so I drew that. So if it breaks the bottom, then I'll be getting out. If it breaks the top, then happy days. I'll be in profit. The longer it goes on, the top is left less and less profit, if at all. Got a market order ready to go. Anything over $36 now is going to be a bonus. Anything else moving besides some spec? RBRX pulling back big time. Tempest, that old chestnut. Yeah, let's have a breakout to the upside. We're right in the middle of, coming towards the apex of this triangle. Like to break out of the triangle to the upside, not the downside, Mr. Intel, so pull your finger out. 30 cents down now. Oh, just over 30 cents. Well, 30 cents down on the ask. So VWAP bounce over $36, and we can close it down for the weekend. At this stage, I think I'll take a half gold day. Our weekly chart looks like a flat bottom. How are you making that out? I've got two candles on the hourly, one candle in the session in the hourly chart. I don't know where you're getting a flat bottom on the hour chart. Right? Need a new swing high here, so what was that one? If we're bullish, it needs to get over 35.90. There's 35.90, it needs to get over that. Yeah, I think we've got who've we got? Notts Forest, I think it is this weekend for Liverpool. We'll watch that. I'll go swimming early tomorrow. Mrs. has been a little bit lethargic lately, so I'll probably go on my own. The little one probably want to tag along. She wants to go everywhere with me. What's that one, Bernie? Is that penny stocks? Is it OTC markets? Crypto? Not. I don't know what that one is. AMAG, you don't know. I don't know that ticker. $35.88, $35.90. So over $35.90 is what we need to be doing. Still in the middle of this. Coming towards the apex of this narrowing triangle. Just need a quick pop to 36. Just need this is I wouldn't say trading on opium. This is, there we go. I need a quick pop to 36. It pops to 36.50. If only the action would have gone up there. I don't know what's going on with Intel today, but these wicks are extremely weird. If the action had gone up there instead of just the wick, I'd be sat here holding a cold beer by now. What kind of manipulative BS is that? And it's thirst to the downside. What's going on there? Anybody else seeing those wicks besides me? Anyone else not on DAS that's seeing that? Anyone? Are you seeing that on other platforms? On other is it a DAS thing or is that a market thing? Because that's just weird. That should not happen. Thinkorswim's got it as well. Those wicks just they throw it at the technicals, and if you're a technical trader, those wicks are just going to throw it right out. What you want? What platform you want, Alberto? Well, some people are seeing it on TWS and some people are not. So I wonder what server it is. That's just very dodgy, as is this action right now. Oh, it's not in the time and sales. It's not hitting the time and sales. It's not hitting the price action. Not level 2 or time and sale. You won't see it there. It's just hitting the charts, and that's what I'm saying. If you're a technical trader, it throws the technicals right out. But that's why price action is more important. Makes you question whether, if you're drawing lines on the chart, well, where are you drawing them to? Because some of these wicks are just, you know what I mean? Throws it right out. So it's not on Trade Zero, but it's on TWS. On Thinkorswim, TWS, Trading View. Mumbling midget, I'm not risking £500,000. The equity position and the risk are not the same thing. Schwab has the wicks as well. If the break-in laws, I'm going to have to get out. What else is moving? Anything? Oh, hang on a minute. Like spawn and thing. Bouncing off a hard sell. What happened to the RTA? Where did that finish up today? It's still at 34, so it's just sideways, not doing anything. In phase, bottom bouncing, is it? The market's gone red. Well, the S&P 500's gone red. The NASDAQ not so much, but the Russell Index, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500 have all gone red. Amazon continues to move up. Yeah, well, Alistair, you're getting as degenerate as I am. Yeah, but it's your mentor's fault, absolutely. It's the October curse. That's all it is. We're all right though. There's plenty of time left on the day today. I see you at 109. $0.16 on the ATR now. Yeah, if I could get this to break 35 to the downside on this move, that would be cool. I think if it breaks below the $0.25, it probably will do. It'll test the whole dollar. You've got some confluence of support there at the $0.25. You've got the pre-market low, pre-market high, and the $0.25. It's just below the 200 EMA. No worries, Alberto. Have a good one, bud. Not even got 10 cents on this yet. That's 38. I'm looking for 37. That would be my 10 cents. I will be wrapping up at 11 o'clock on the dot, regardless of where I am in this trade, guys. If I'm still live in the trade, then you can join us in the Discord. But I'll be wrapping up on YouTube and Twitch, and the live streaming will all be getting wrapped up at the top of the hour. How do you get access to the Discord? Well, you're either a Day Trade with Tony student or you're a member on the YouTube channel. No, the time's not capped on the socials. It's just I cap it. On what kind of volume there, Nate? Yeah, so none of the volume wicks are like over 2,000-3,000. It's very low volume, very risky trying to trade something like that. at $36. I don't think it'll gap up $9, but it's at 36 right now. It might gap up $3 or $4. Probably that's usually a sign that it's going to be a longer halt, probably a 10-minute halt. Oh wow, the market! I need to keep an eye on the SPY because the market rocketing up towards the VWAP. And it's just pushed Intel up with it. So the market, Intel is trading very similar to the market at the moment. That initial pump out of the blocks aside, the rest is very similar. That's Intel in a second. No, so it's I've got a resumption at 39 on this. It's probably going to be a 10-minute halt, but I've got a resumption at 39. So it's a $3 gap up. What am I doing? I don't know why I just bought and covered there. Probably the right thing to do. Like an idiot. That's why I don't trade short that often, because my keys are all set up for trading long. Well, let's have a quick look at this. Orbian, I thought it said forbidden European. It's like less than 70,000 shares have been traded. It's 100% up, but you can't trade this. Spectre Holdings again. It's not great volume, but the volume's coming in at the moment. The S&P 500. It's green again. It's just retake the VWAP, pulling back to test it. Maybe get a VWAP bounce and move back up. We need another green day today. We need a good green day today is what we need. We need some of a bit of volume. Not seeing anything at all right now. Yeah, it would if it had better volume, I think, Neath. And most of these wicks are down here. I've looked at the volume profile. Most of them are like less than 10k. 10k there are the bets. A couple of significant spikes aside. I'm getting on Amazon. Well, topping out there. Amazon could be a good short now. $128.25. That's where to watch here. This level here. Amazon comes back down to here. Short the hell out of it. Bit of a tepid Friday in terms of opportunity to trade. Not a lot happening. And what happened to immunity bio? It pulled all the way back, still overview up now. I'm blanking out, so the volume's dried up as well. Well, I'm going to knock it off. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I'm going to take an early bath. And this is pretty much yesterday's earnings, just giving back. So we're having a bit of a, what's it called, stripy week. Red, green, red, green, red, green. So we'll come back on Monday, and we've got 2 days to save the month. So we're still green on the month, but we've got a drawdown to recover from. So we'll come back on Monday. We've got 2 days to recover from the drawdown. And we need 20k, 27k between now and Wednesday to be on track for the year. So look, we're not too far off. Not too far off. Right, there you go, free burn, gapped up, halted down. That's the highest volume candle that we've got there. So now we might start seeing. Oh, it didn't halt down; it just hit the halt level. So what's the spreads like? Dollar spreads. That's not too bad. $3 range, dollar spreads. Actually, that's not too bad. And if you get some consistent volume coming in, that could be interesting. Now the dollars are no spreads are $2. $2 spreads. Yeah, it's closer to the level down is $36, level up $44, so you're closer to the level down right now. Back over $40, it might be interesting. So then it's closer to that's kind of halfway. In the meantime, look, enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll be back at it on Monday, as always, and I'll see you then.